Well guys, I'm gonna make a little video here telling you guys with pulling the starter on the C5 I just picked up. My starter solenoid is not working and the starter's not engaging. I'm getting power to everything where I'm supposed to, just the solenoid's not working. So to pull the starter, what you gotta do first is disconnect the battery at least, if not pull the battery. I decided to pull the battery in this little side piece in here because I need to repair some of the wiring going to the starter. So that way I can do that. Then once you get the battery disconnected, at least you're gonna have to jack the car up and you're gonna have to remove the exhaust nuts to hold up the exhaust. You got the 3 nuts holding it to the manifold, and you got at least one up in the middle right there, and I think there's might be one more in the back that I could probably pull out to give it a little bit more drop. I got this dropped right now. I don't know if that's enough or not. You're gonna have to disconnect the wires from the solenoid up in there. You're gonna have one stud that's got a bunch of wires and the other one's just for the solenoid. I'm gonna go ahead and band my wires together so I don't lose them using a zip tie. And then you're gonna take the 2 bolts out for the starter. You can see one bolt there and the other one's caddy corner away from it. It would be, let's see here, if I can get a good grab, the other bolt is going to be up 80s, somewhere up in there. It's like right over up in there. Can't really show you guys good, but you're gonna pull the 2 bolts and then you can pull your starter out. I'm hoping I have enough room in here now that I got this moved out a little bit. So I'm gonna give that a try and I'll show you guys once I have the starter out. Okay guys, so with this here, we're going to be talking about doing the wiring that's to the starter. I got the car jacked up somewhat so I can get under there and get to the starter. I want to repair the oil level sensor wire. That is behind pretty much the starter. It's around about the starter. I got to pull the starter out because my starter is not working. The solenoid is stuck from, I guess, sitting, and I used it once and then it broke. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to repair that. So I'm going to try to pull the wiring up here to see, because it's that loom of wires right in there that runs down behind the starter. So I'm going to pull that up and check all that wiring and make sure it's in good shape. So I went through and pulled this little side panel out. It's this panel here. With that panel, what you have is you have the one clip here. You have this one clip. This one goes through there and holds it. And then you have one down there. The clip that is on the top is this guy right here, this one. So you can kind of pull that down, pop that out. The other clip goes in there, right there, and it wraps around, and the other spot is this ground down here. Since I have this out, I'm going to go ahead and pull this nut off, or try to anyway, and see if I can get it off so I can clean them grounds and just make sure they're nice and clean. They probably need to be done. And I want to see what other grounds might need to be done. I'm going to read and find other grounds and go ahead and clean them, because this thing does have some corrosion on all the connections like that. I live in an area that's near salt water, and this car here has lived its whole life outside. And it also has 180,000. 180, not 18, 180,000. So we're going to go ahead and try to fix her up and make her into a good daily driver from a car that was sitting since 2016. Solenoid being screwed up. This is the wires here that go to the starter itself. They're corroded, which is not good, but the other main issue, here's a wire that energizes a solenoid. So it is pretty well screwed up. So I gotta fix that. Okay, here's my oil level sensor wire. As you guys can see, I set it down and wire is breaking off of it. So that's part of the problem there. Okay, now this car is going to have an issue down the line with the cam position sensor too. See how screwed up that is? And I don't think I broke a wire, but so I got to run them wires back into the harness there as best I can and try to replace the section of wire up here that is all screwed up, and fix the oil level wires too. So, because 2 of these wires are oil level, and 2 of them, these 2 are oil level. Here, the rest of them are I think cam wires, cam position sensors. So I got to replace them. I also pulled the ground off the case, crank, block, whatever you want to say, so I can look at that. So yeah, nifty things you find. So